Okay,
I don't think that's going to work today.
You are live.
Hi, everyone. How are you guys? Welcome to Tasty Tuesday. So we are going to do another little sound check this week because we had, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, we had made major issues with our sound. Jeff has now purchased some other equipment. So we're hoping that it sounds good. So I see a bunch of people in the chat. If you could just leave a comment while I try to fight with this spice mix that I made that is solidified. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Thanks. Throw it in the blender. That's what I should do.
That looks good.
Also make sure, I feel like we have a lag. So usually I can tell based on when I'm talking and when my mouth is moving. And it seems like we might have a delay. So Jeff will scroll down and see, and then I'll come back up and say hi to everybody. Meanwhile, I'm going to have to reblend this because it got hard on me.
No lag.
No lag. Okay, that's
No
good.
lag.
Apparently, there's no way to get this out either. Oh, we have fun.
You want me to mess with that while you...
We have fun. We have fun. No, I don't think you're going to be able to mess with it.
You'd have to knock it out of there and then hammer it.
Or, you know what you could do?
Put some water in it?
Yeah, run the water a little bit. Okay, we'll put some boiling water in there.
The water's already on the hot side.
Is it?
Won't take
Okay.
long.
So, anyway, that's what you get for making something probably a year ago and not using it. Anyway,
right.
Good morning, John. How are you and how are you feeling? I hope you are doing well. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Dawn, hi. Barbara, hi. And we have, oh my gosh, that's so nice. We have help today. This is so nice.
Oh, he's on the ball.
Dawn and George. Hi, George. So yeah, we have somebody helping us now and helping set up different things and do some things with the cameras and stuff. So we're real excited. So while Jeff come over here. We actually have somebody who can scroll the comments
And I
so
can
that
be
I
right
can
here.
see them. So he can be right
Maybe I
here.
can stand over here
Why?
because there's not enough room over there.
Oh.
There's more room on this side.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And this is good because I had a plan for me helping you with something today.
You did.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Barbara. How are you? All right. We can keep going down. And hi, Jane. Hi, Craig. Hi, Leanne. How are you? So in case you're new watching Tasty Tuesday, Jeff brings me surprise ingredients. He presents them to me live. I don't know what they are. And then I make dinner. So we always have a good time doing that. I just wing it. He sometimes has a recipe he wants me to make. Sometimes I go along with the plan. Sometimes I veer off course and do my own thing. Hi, Juliet. How are you? Hi, Mare. How are you? George, good point. So George says, I suspect this will be the last Tasty Tuesday until mid-January. The next one is scheduled for New Year's Eve. Going to miss this drama stress-filled episodes. Okay, so we are going to be live on New Year's Eve. That's our party.
And it is Tasty Tuesday.
And it is Tasty Tuesday. So Jeff and I were just talking about that right before we started this live, that we don't, I guess we're just going to do it like normal and then just stay late, I guess. So anyway, yeah, so I will not be live for Q&A next week, though, just so you know. That's Christmas Eve. I just said that, we don't need a Q&A. It's fine. But New Year's Eve is always our party, and we plan on having a party with you guys again this year. We had so much fun last year. So, yeah, so we'll cook up some stuff, and I guess we'll start about the same time.
Yeah, we'll just go until we've hit at least a couple time zones of New Year's.
Yeah.
And we don't
Yeah.
have to go all the way to California.
No, we don't have to go all the way. We won't be live California time. No, we won't. But yeah. So anyway, yeah. So we will be here. All right, let's see what this mess has here. Hi, Charles. How are you? Hi, Kat. Hi, Christina. Juliet says it sounds good, so that's good. I hope this tastes good. I have hot water in there, a little bit of bourbon, and now this is like that spiced tea mix. If anyone remembers that, I don't even think it's too popular anymore, but I used to love it. Jeff, your mom made it, right?
Yeah.
And my mom made it. So I made it, but I made, of course, I didn't just make it like with tang, like where you're supposed to. Of course not. I ordered ground ground orange, some other things. I wanted it to be sugar-free. It's sugar-free, by the way. Sugar-free, and I think it's caffeine-free too. I'm not positive about that, but I think so. So yeah, I ordered all this stuff because it was going to be a recipe. But it was one of those things that I could never quite get it perfect. And so I said, I'll do it next year. But this is next year, and I didn't do it again. So it'll be next year. Hi, Pat. How are you? Hi, Raven. Can you go back a little bit, Nathan? Hi, Rachel. How are you?
Did we miss a couple people?
We might have missed a couple people. Bear with us. Let's see. Hey, Marls. How are you? Hi, Joanne. How are you? I think I got everybody, so now we can go back up.
Okay.
Hi, Alora. How are you? Hi, Patricia. I think I said hi. Hi, Raven. Hi, Bonnie. Good to see you. All right. Are we going to be ready to go? So, Kat, I think you missed the beginning of this. Kat is asking what I'm drinking. I was going to do these as like little gift ideas for last year for Christmas. Obviously not with water in it. It's dry spice mix, like a spiced tea. And then I have it in here with bourbon because, bourbon, spiced tea sounded good. And it has lemon and orange and teas and different things. I think it might be similar to friendship tea, maybe. I think there's different names for it.
Smells so good.
But anyway, okay. What's going on? No login.
No lag in Oz.
Oh, no lag in Australia. Okay, so cheers, everybody. Hi, Clive. How are you? Hi, Bonnie's Craft Rooms. How are you? Oh, that's good. That's really good. I might be a little strong on the bourbon, though. I think I'll cut that back later if I make another one, which I probably won't. Hi, Kate Chase. How are you? All right. Hi, Christina. How are you? And Missy, how are you? And Bobby. Oh, my gosh. So many people. Hi, Erin. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Manon. How are you? All right. Alora made some awesome lemon curd the other day. That's another recipe I really want to get out. It's pretty easy to make. And I have orange curd, but not lemon curd. So I want lemon curd and lime curd. Probably work on those in the spring. Oh, Dawn, I'm so sorry you're not feeling well. I'm so sorry. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Greg. Hi, Jen. Hi, Monica. How is everybody? Oh my gosh. Raven says it was amazing last year. We had a really good time, but we're going to have to really watch what Jeff plays on the guitar because we got some Google notices.
It wasn't what I was playing on the guitar. It was what I was listening to so I could hear how the song went.
Yeah.
So if I learned the stuff before then, we'll be fine.
Yeah, we had a good time last year. Okay, well, let's get started so we can see what I'm cooking with, and then we can chat some more. Hey, Mark, Merry Christmas.
All right, we may have a surprise tonight.
Hi, Joni.
But
Hi, Denny.
It's going to depend on one thing.
What?
Remember you made oats yesterday or the day before that?
Yeah.
Did you use up all of our oats or did we still have
No,
oats?
we still have oats.
Okay, I'm going to make your cowboy cookies while you're getting everything ready. What do you think of that?
Okay, that's fun.
So I've got
okay.
a couple of ingredients.
This is going to be fun.
And if it's okay with you and with everybody else, I'm going to work back here with my back to the camera. But
okay, well, I see a first big Oh, no? Okay, that's not a big problem.
No,
Unless you do the measurements wrong. Okay.
this is I'm not going to use all that baking
Okay,
soda.
I just wanted to make sure you didn't think it was
I know.
flour.
It was the only thing I had that was labeled, so I didn't want
This
to
is gonna be fun. All right.
So, did you want to tell? Is that good?
Yeah,
Okay, perfect.
that's fine.
All right, I just need to know where the oats are, and then I'll get your ingredients for dinner.
Okay, so the oats there's two different kinds of oats. We don't really have to use the real expensive ones.
These are old-fashioned
But
rolled
we
oats.
you can use those. It's fine.
Okay.
There should be a big canister of oats, though.
There is. Let's do those.
The Bob's Red Mill is what you got for George's special dessert, and they are a little bit higher end
Kranikin, that was good.
than what is it called again?
Kranikin.
And which I messed up. It was my fault. I ruined it. But anyway, so we'll save the higher end Bob's Red Mill stuff, and we'll use Quaker, but they're not instant. Okay, so Jeff, you can't get started though. You got to give me my ingredients.
No, I just wanted to make sure I had my
Hey Norma.
butter. All right,
Merry
now
Christmas, Lisa.
we're gonna get your ingredients going.
Hey Vicky. Yeah, let's do that.
All right, are you gonna close your eyes, or are you gonna have your eyes open?
Oh, I'll do my eyes closed. Okay,
Okay.
I'll do my eyes closed. We'll see. What do we got? Okay, well that would be the meat. No, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's something ground. It's ground up. All right, ground beef. Ground pork. Okay. All right.
Okay, next.
Ground beef. What in the world? I'm not making that chili again.
Nope.
Okay. Although that chili is good.
It is good.
It is good, but I'm not making it. Did you buy breadcrumbs?
Because I was at Walmart and I didn't know what we had here.
Okay, we have tons, so I'm not going to open those. We have tons of breadcrumbs. Am I making meatloaf?
No.
Oh.
This
Okay.
maybe this will give it away.
It's liquid. It's in a little jar. Putting in a little container. It's brand new. So it's, oh, wait a minute now. See, that tells me something there. Oh, I'm stumped on that one. It's liquid.
I can't believe you're stumped. Let me feel
It's
something.
tiny.
I don't think it's as liquidy as you think it is.
Oh, no, I was going to guess that after I didn't know what it was. But I was thinking that's too small. So the reason why I didn't think sour cream is because I was thinking this is too, in fact, I was going to say that it was too short for sour cream. Because usually I get them, they're a little bit bigger than that.
But I got the size that was asked for.
I don't
in
know
the
what this would
specific
be.
recipe.
There's sour cream, pork, and ground chuck. I don't know
Any
what this
ideas?
is.
And breadcrumbs.
Breadcrumbs. I mean, there's something missing. What?
That's
I'm
that's
sure
a,
it's beef
that's a
or
minor ingredient.
beef or chicken broth, but
Okay, next. Your eyes are open. So
oh, I'm sorry. Eggs.
You don't need that many. I need some of those.
Okay.
All right, maybe this will tell you what I'm going for. You ready?
Okay. Whoa.
Whoops. Put that anywhere. Do you want me to tell you what I was looking for? You can make whatever you want.
Well, obviously, because I have no idea.
Well, let's see if anybody said anything.
Meatballs?
Not
I can make meatballs.
Swedish meatballs.
Oh.
She got Rob.
What? Who got it? Oh, Ada Cordera got it.
All right.
Swedish meatballs.
Well, I was thinking beef stroganoff too, but I don't usually make that with ground pork, and I don't usually make it with I usually make it with like beef, like actual beef, not ground up beef. Okay.
Okay, so I got a couple more ingredients.
Meatballs. That's a good one. It's easy.
That goes
Okay.
with it.
Now you have my recipe?
Your recipe?
Yeah.
You have a recipe for Swedish meatballs?
You didn't look?
No, because I thought I'd remember if you had one.
I do. I have a delicious Swedish meatball recipe.
Did we do a video on it?
Yes, we did.
I don't know.
And I think I need a little mustard.
Okay, I'll get you some mustard.
And allspice.
Oh, I'm just going by.
My recipe?
No, somebody else's recipe. But you can do your recipe.
Okay.
It's your Swedish meatballs. And then I've
I
got
don't know my recipe though.
rinsed broccoli for a side.
Okay, rinse broccoli for a side.
Okay.
Okay.
Put it back in the bag so it's not
Yeah, let's
dripping
do
all
that.
over
Yes,
your
that'll be
thing.
great. Okay. Okay, so this is just fun. Hi, Shayna. How are you? Okay, Julia wants to know how's the chicken. The chicken is doing fine. The chicken is still in the garage in a crate. I did find a home for the chicken. For those of you that don't know what we're talking about, we had 13 chickens and only one is alive right now. And it was attacked by a hawk and had its eye kind of taken out. But it recovered. It's doing fine. Her name is Wendy. Why did we call her Wendy? Because
you had one named Tinkerbell.
Oh, I had Tinkerbell. We never did have Peter Pan though, did we?
No.
Anyway, yeah, I had
you don't like
Tinkerbell and she was
roosters.
Wendy.
I'm looking for
But
mustard.
anyway,
What
she's
kind of
doing
mustard?
fine, and now I just have to figure out whether I'm going to keep her in a coop, a smaller coop, or whether or not we're going to give her to another friend of mine who has a bunch of chickens. I'm a little nervous to give her away because she's not as independent as a full seeing bird, right? She does some weird stuff. So I've been watching her just to see kind of how much weird stuff she does. And I just don't want them to, to be picked on. I don't want her to be picked on by them. No. I have to find my recipe.
Okay.
I just need a gist of it. Do you want me to wing it or do you want me to follow my own recipe? I don't really care. I mean, I can wing it. I just know my recipe was so good. But I can wing it. I can just wing it. Let's just wing it. Just wing it, guys. We'll just wing it.
I'm going to look up because I don't remember.
That's the fun part anyway, right? All right. So I will do equal parts of ground chuck and fresh pork. So I think we have 2 pounds here and 1.5 pounds. And this is how many pounds? 1 pound. That's going to be a lot of food.
They don't sell these in small.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to split it. Okay. So let me get that.
Here's your
open.
recipe if you want to cheat.
No. I'm going to wing it.
Okay.
See how close I get. That'll be kind of fun, right? All right. So I'm going to do 1 pound of ground beef and then 1 pound of the ground pork. This will be a lot too. This is going to be a lot. Maybe I won't use all the meatballs. Maybe I'll use some meatballs.
Do you want Vegemite or Worcestershire sauce?
Worcestershire, please. We're in the U.S. We're going to have Worcestershire.
There it is.
I'm not being specific, as you can tell. Okay, now I got to wash my hands, and then we can get to it.
I'll take what's
working
left
on
over
that.
there.
All right, perfect. All right, let's see. Then I'll just cut the onion and put in some spices. I think I do have nutmeg in mine, but not in the meatballs. I don't remember.
It's probably in your gravy, but yeah, you do have it.
Yeah, I think I do have nutmeg in it, but I don't remember when I put it. Liquid Vegemite, that's right. All right. Now let's dice up an onion. Mert has a question, and the question is, any reason why I'm not using the 1 lid model? The only reason I'm not using the 1 lid model is because it's giving me the pot notice. I have 2 of them, and they both started giving me the pot notice at the same time, which is kind of annoying. Like, I still use it to cook with all the time, but when I'm doing videos and stuff, it's kind of annoying to hear the beep. So, yeah, I just went back to my 2 lid model, but that's the only reason. Now, I have been hearing some reports that the 1 lid models, some people are getting some like problems with their air fryer fan not working. And George sent me an email of a video of a guy I guess is a repair guy. And he took it all apart. It was fascinating, really, to watch. And he took it all apart and got it to work again by, rerunning the electrical wires. Well, I mean, I could probably do it, but I'm not going to. But there's also another video. I'm sorry, I'm kind of concentrating a little bit, but there's another video on how to, not from the same guy, from somebody else, how to bypass the pot sensor, which will remove that notice. But I haven't done that either. So, all right. So Jeff is going to make, let me tell you the story about Cowboy Cookies. Cowboy Cookies are basically, they're a chocolate chip cookie with oatmeal. And I make them with dark chocolate chips. Some people make them other ways, but I make them with dark chocolate chips. Some people put a bunch of other stuff in them. My mom always put nuts in them. I don't put nuts in them because I don't like nuts so much in my cookies. But last night, for some reason, Jeff and I were getting ready to go to bed. And I was like, man, I could go for a cookie. And we don't have any. And he says, yeah, I could really go for one of your Cowboy Cookies. And I thought about getting up and making them because that's who I am. That is who I am. When I have a craving or anything like that, or Jeff has a craving, I will just get up and make it. I was like, man, our kitchen is clean. I did not want to do it. So I was like, you know what, Jeff, I'll make them for you tomorrow. I forgot all about it. I never made them today. So now he's going to get us Cowboy Cookies and he's making them. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. I did see somebody. Hi, Sheila. How are you? And if I missed anybody, I do apologize. All right. Now I'm just looking. I don't know why. I don't really measure. You know that. Unless I'm doing a recipe. But figured I would at least shout it out what I'm putting in here. All right. So for 1.5 pounds or 2 pounds of ground meat, I'm going to put in 1.5 teaspoons of salt and 1 full teaspoon of pepper. And hope that's enough. I think it will be. And I also underestimated how much meat this was going to be. So the bowl is not as big as it should be. I'm going to put in about a tablespoon and a half of the Jeff, say it. Worcestershire sauce. Yes. Excuse me. The pot notice is when the pot doesn't fit down on the sensor. All right, Nathan, can you switch cameras? And just, yeah, there you go. Perfect. So when the pot doesn't sit down and depress this, or even when it does, if you have a faulty wire that detects that, sometimes it'll just say the pot. It'll just give me the pot nose. It doesn't feel like the pot's in. And if the pot's in, if the Ninja Foodie's not recognizing that the pot's in, it won't cook anything. So that is that. All right. I'm lost here a little bit. What am I going to put in here? I don't remember. Well, I would think we would need garlic, right? I'm not going to do fresh, though. I'm going to take a shortcut. I'm going to do garlic powder. All right. Onion powder, garlic powder. What else should I put in here?
You got ginger over here.
I don't know. I don't remember my recipe.
I think yours had ginger in it.
Really?
It had allspice.
In my meatballs?
I believe it. Either that or in the gravy.
Huh. I should have just made meatloaf. Should have made meatloaf.
Especially after the meatloaf you didn't get.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I'll tell people that story too. That's hilarious. So we went out to eat. There's not a lot of options here, okay? We went out to eat last night because the kitchen was clean and I didn't want to mess it up. So, and we went out this will really tell our age. We were there before 5 o'clock. And nothing seemed good on the menu. Nothing sounded good to me on the menu. So I'm going to do 1.5 of onion powder and 1.5 of garlic in here. So The lady came to take our order and she said, I haven't opened either one of these. She said that the special was meatloaf. I was like, you know what? Oh, don't forget breadcrumbs. Thank you. And I said, oh, yeah, meatloaf. I like meatloaf. Let's get meatloaf. So, not him. He was getting fried chicken. But anyway, I was like, I want meatloaf. That sounds good. Except what I got was not meatloaf. What I got was a hamburger patty doused in some fake charcoal tasting stuff. Tough as nails and gross. Oh, and it was supposed to be with an onion gravy, which I thought would be really nice because my onion gravy is really nice. That wasn't nice. That had it had one piece of onion about this size in it. Well, no, I'm sorry. It was a little bigger, about 2 times this size. And it was like a gelled gravy. And then, I mean, even if I could get past that, which I didn't, because I wouldn't have eaten it because it was not good. But even if I could get past that, then the mashed potatoes were completely instant. And I can't. I just can't do that. So call me a snob, whatever you want. I can't do it. I don't like them. They're terrible, in my opinion. My mother eats them. She thinks they're great. I don't. I can't stand them.
I have a question for you real quick.
Yeah.
Where is the vanilla? I can't find either type of vanilla.
In that Lazy Susan there.
Really?
Michelle Reed asked, what's your absolute most favorite soup that you made in the food?
Oh, my absolute most favorite soup. Tom Kha Gai, which I think is called coconut chicken soup on my website. Just in case I didn't get it, nail it, authentically. I didn't want to call it that, but it's Tom Kha Gai. And it's so good. Oh my gosh. That's one of my favorites. Sweet and sour is also good. I'm trying to think what else. What else? Leanne's telling me to put nutmeg in here.
Would this be a disaster in my cookies?
Huh?
Vanilla paste or vanilla?
No, either way.
Okay.
Either one, interchangeable, same amounts.
Okay, good.
All right, I'm not putting too much in here. Like 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. And you know what? We're going to go ahead and put some allspice in too. I don't know. I can't remember my recipe, so we're just going to go with the other person's recipe. Sort of, because I don't know their measurements either. Anyway, I don't even remember how I build the sauce. How do I do this?
Do you want,
Is that an 8?
that's an 8.
So 1/4 teaspoon of allspice. Wait a minute now. How do I do this in one pot? Oh my gosh. Oh, yes, I know. I know how I can do this. Do I want to go all in with my hands here? I've got to get breadcrumbs, guys. Hang on. Let me see. Do I want to transfer all this to a bigger bowl, like a responsible adult? Or do I just want to have a little bit of fun trying to mix this all up? Probably about 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. Okay. Cracker Barrel makes nasty meatloaf. Well, this I'm not going to name names because that's rude, but this place makes nasty meatloaf too because they don't even apparently know what meatloaf is. So I think it's Salisbury steak and gravy is really what it was supposed to be, but even for that, it was horrible. So, all right, Kat, good question. Any news on whether or not Ninja has given up on the pressure cook models? This is really not a good thing to do, but I'm doing it anyway. I don't know. I don't have any, it seems like it, but I don't know for sure. And that is really US based, not in other countries. Although, Ninja's a US manufacturer, so it makes sense that, that's an awful big onion. I'll take that out. Once they're gone, they're gone. If they're not manufacturing them, they're not manufacturing. But I don't know why. I put a ton of onions in here. I put way too many onions. It's okay. Johnson. Hi, Johnson. How are you? Yes, I do. I have a delicious cheeseburger soup recipe on my website. Jane, I don't have a pho recipe, and I would love one. First of all, these are going to be the most oniony. You know what? Can I switch the game? I'm going to switch the game up.
What? I can hear you. I don't care. You make what you want to make.
I'm going to switch the game.
She's making Swedish meatloaf.
Yeah, I'm going to switch the game. All right. Let me wash my hands. I think I'm going to switch the game. I don't know. Now I'm confused at what I want to eat. Maybe I'll make meatloaf.
Okay.
That's a big meatloaf.
Nathan, you want to take some meatloaf home with you when we're done?
Michelle Reed asked, is there egg or milk in the balls?
There is egg. I put in 1 egg or 2 eggs. How many eggs did I put in? 1, I think. I probably could put in another one. But look, this is what I'm going to show you guys. Oh my gosh, I did that wrong. I'm going to put a little bit of oil in the pot here. And we're going to turn this on. Sear saute. It'll default to high. And I'm going to cook off a little bit of this. Just a little bit. Like a spoonful. And then I can taste for seasonings, and then I can see what I'm missing. And then I will decide what I want to do. I'm trying to think of a way to do like a 360 meal with egg noodles, meatloaf. Egg noodles cook so fast, guys. It's going to be kind of tricky to do that. Let's see, what time is it? Do you know what time it is?
Yeah, it's about 7:35.
So I want to get it
And remember,
done.
you've got a side too, broccoli. That cooks easy, quick.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of
I'm going to turn my microphone
if
off.
I could
'cause I'm not
figure
that
out how to do
noise.
this all in one. You know what? If I make these small enough, what about a Swedish meatball soup? Oh, yes. Swedish meatball soup. That's what we're going to do, because that can be done all in one. Oh, John. Yep. And it will be done quick because I'll make the meatballs really small. Oh my goodness. That's what we're going to do. That is what we're going to do. We are switching this up. I will not use all this mixture. Once I taste it to make sure that it's seasoned well enough, which I don't even know if it's mixed well enough now that I'm looking at it. I don't think oh, Lord. Welcome to the live, my friends. This is what happens. Oh, that looks like a good piece to cook. All right, pop that in. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm going to make. That is going to be so easy and so delicious. Little meatballs in a. Oh my gosh, I'm excited with the egg noodles. Oh my gosh, Lisa's saying my voice is out of sync with my lips now. It wasn't before. That would be weird that it would change, right? All right, I'm dropping stuff. Okay, I won't use all this, but let's get a little scoop. We'll do this the easy way. Maybe. Okay. I'm excited for this. I'm going to make meatballs till Easter. I know, right? I'm not making all these meatballs. I'm going to turn half of it into a meatloaf. What happened to my chicken pot pie in the foodie recipe? Terry wants to know. I looked and couldn't find it. I've never had a chicken pot pie in the foodie recipe. I have a ham pot pie in my Flavors of Fall cookbook. I'm kind of a real funny person when I make pot pies, and I want a bottom crust that is crispy and a top crust that's crispy. And it's really difficult to do that. Like, I mean, I did it with a ham pot pie, so obviously you can do it. I just never have done that in the foodie for some reason, but that's a good idea. I should probably make the chicken pot pie the same way I made the ham pot pie and just use chicken and, a few different other ingredients. But there is a pot pie recipe that you may be referring to that the Ninja site put out, and people say it's very good, but it's a one pot thing. So what happens is you just build your chicken pot pie in here, and then you put like puff pastry on top, and that's all you do. But you know what else you might like is my chicken a la king recipe. That I make like, you just use sear saute. It's a very fast and easy recipe. And it's like a chicken pot pie filling. And then you use puff pastry shells. And that's really good too. Very, very good. Okay. Hi, Billy. How are you? Oh my gosh. It's going to be a white Christmas. That's awesome. In Canada. Here, we're not going to have any snow, but we did have a lot of rain and a lot of overcast. But today was really warm. How warm was it?
That's 60.
All right. You know what? Come here. I want you guys to meet Nathan. All right. You got to stoop though. All right. Say hi to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
So this is the guy working the cameras now, and he's doing a fantastic job. That's what I just had to say. He's doing such a good job. All right, back to work. All right, let's see. Okay, Nathan, can you give everybody an update on what Jeff is doing since you can see him?
Yeah. He's making Cowboy Cookies over here. He's coming along pretty good over here. Wow. It's looking a little slow, though.
What I'm doing now,
He's-
my microphone is off, so I'm standing over here. I'm doing mise en place now, so I'm just getting everything ready, and I'm about to start mixing it all up. Oh, this smells good.
Yeah, it does smell good. All right, I promise, guys, once I know that these taste good, the rest of the recipe should go fairly quickly. So, and then, like, should I put the broccoli in the soup too? Like, I'm thinking I'm going to do this all as one thing. So it's going to be egg noodles, meatballs, a nice creamy Swedish meatball sauce kind of thing. And I'm going to put the broccoli in too. So it's an all-in-one meal that's like a soup. It probably will be a very thick soup. But I'm thinking this is going to work out great and be a lot easier than I'm making it look. And I'm hoping that's not oil on my shirt. Okay, so let's take this out now and we will taste it. It's not mixed well enough. Can you give me that big bowl? It's not seasoned well enough either. That piece was better, but anyway. Okay. Well, fail number 1. Not seasoned nearly enough. I'm pretty sure, I'm trying to think, I'm going to put in another half of a teaspoon of pepper. And I'm putting in a full teaspoon more of salt. And I know that's 2.5 teaspoons. But this is a lot of meat. If I can get this open. What did I say I was going to put in? What did I already put in? I put in 1. I don't remember. Oh, boy. Okay. I put in another teaspoon. All right. What else? It needs something. It needs something.
I'm looking here. I need the bottle.
Right here. Whoops. In the back. All right. A little bit more of the onion powder. Probably half of a teaspoon. A little bit more of garlic. I'm not putting ginger in it, though. I'm going to draw the line there. I'm not going to put any more nutmeg in there. Goodness. Whole spice. Yeah, I think so. Another 1/4 teaspoon. Okay. And another egg, because I think it needs some moisture. How many eggs do you need, babe?
I got it.
Okay. All right. Now let's get this show on the road. Okay. All right. Pinch of gloves, or I'm not sure what that means. If you want me to wear gloves, I know I think that's even worse, but I'm also allergic to gloves. And oh, pinch of cloves, that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good. I was like pinch of gloves. Yeah, that could work. That could be an interesting. Yeah, sage. I do like sage. I did think about putting sage, but sage is kind of going off into a different direction from the Swedish meatballs. So, yeah, this is mixing better anyway, now that I have it in the right kind of bowl. So yeah, let's just put this in real quick while I wash my hands. I'm burning my onions in there, but that's okay. What is that? That stuff you just put in there. Oh, right. I was like, oh, I don't put cream cheese in my cowboy cookies. Yeah, or sour cream. I don't put either of that's in there. All right. Lazy cabbage rolls. I have thought of that. Jay, because I have a cabbage roll recipe on my website. That's, the traditional kind. But I thought about doing them the lazy way, which is basically like a cabbage roll soup kind of thing. I think it's probably what you're talking about, right? I have thought about that. I should probably fish these burnt onions out, because I'm going to be putting all the meatballs in to brown after I know they taste good. And we don't need those. We don't need those darker ones in there. Okay. Yeah, clove. Right. Exactly. I didn't put it in. I'm going to see what this tastes like. And then I might add some cloves to the actual soup. I don't know. I don't want to go too far. I don't want to go too far off the rails here because it's a soup. So I got to be a little bit careful about the spices. Make sure that they're going to all mesh together. So I may add some cloves to the actual broth. I don't know yet. I'm winging it. We don't know. We don't know anything. And if this tastes bland, I might just go grab the cloves and mix again. This is what I recommend doing anytime you're making meatloaf. If you're not following a recipe that you like, it's just, now that is seasoned. I'm going to grab some cloves, though. I am, because it needs a little bit of a balance. And I'm going to try that. So here we go. But I'm not going to taste it again. We're just going to say this is going to work perfectly. Right? All right. So we have about a 1/4 teaspoon of cloves. I don't want to do too many. All right. Here we go. I got to go back in now. Yeah, that sounds really good, Jay. I like that idea. So I'm going to have to work on that. And I could do it with this meat mixture instead of meatloaf if I wanted to. Which this would be kind of a weird seasonings, I think, for meatloaf, but probably be okay. But yeah, the cabbage rolls, that sounds really good. Okay, one more, and hopefully the last time. I have to wash my hands before dinner is at least assembled. Are you sifting the flour? Do I tell you to sift the flour? I do?
Yeah.
Apparently, I don't remember my own recipe, which is not unusual, right? All right, so now let's go ahead and get these in. I'm going to do this like really quick and easy by I'm not even rolling them. I'm just going to scoop them out. They're not going to be perfect, and it doesn't matter.
I don't even know what you got going on over here.
I'm just scooping in meat, make little meatballs here to hopefully make dinner before you're done your cookies. Oh, Johnson, I'm so glad you made those tater tots. I love them too. I really do. I think they're so good.
What?
The tater tots.
Oh,
I haven't made them in a while. I should probably make them and have them in the freezer all the time. Jeff loves tater tots. Did George act up in the chat? People are laughing at him, so. All right, let me let those brown on one side, and then I will turn them over and get a few more in. And get a few more of these out. These burned onions. Michelle, you're funny. All right, a few more. I have made a mulled wine. That was something. When did I start working on that recipe, Jeff? Gosh, I've done it a couple times. And again, it was supposed to go out this year, and then I didn't get to finish it. It never was perfect. Well, and when I say perfect, I don't mean perfect, because there's always room for improvement. What I mean is better than what I have had before. So I try to set that benchmark. When I release a recipe for you guys, I want it to be better than I've had before. All right, how many more meatballs do we need? Probably a few more. But then I will cover this and get this in the fridge, and I'll make meatloaf tomorrow with it. All right, so I have about 20 meatballs in there, maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to count them. Maybe I'll make a few more. I want this to be meatball-y. Excuse me. Well, thank you, Jay. All right. Kay Chase say, my mom never used dill. I only discovered as an adult. My mother-in-law was from Germany. I have a dill pickle soup. It's not, though, authentic in any way. It is American. I've already gotten ripped apart for that one, but it never was intended to be a traditional dill pickle soup. It's my dill pickle soup like you would get at a bar or a pub here in the U.S. Very simple. It's very delicious, though. I mean, first time I heard about it, I thought, that sounds really gross. But it's actually not. It's very good. Okay, I think we're good. All right, let those We'll let those kind of brown a little bit, and then I'll start building with some noodles, broth, and then our broccoli that I'm going to cut right inside this bag to avoid having to worry about the cutting board having raw meat on it. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to be cutting it in fairly big chunks. So I'm going to be putting the whole thing like that on top of the soup. And you'll see why when I'm done. Maybe. Or I'll tell you why I wouldn't do that again. Which is another reason for Tasty Tuesday, right? I try things out. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. All right, so I will put some cream in here and I will put some sour cream in, but not before I go under pressure. So now I need to guesstimate how many noodles I need. This is a pound. Yeah, this is a pound. So I will probably use about half of a pound. Whoa, or not. Well, yeah, about half of the bag. Okay. And I might even need more beef broth than this. But I think I will start off pressure cooking with just 4 cups. I think I'm going to need 6, but I think I'll start with 4. Now, let me see. Let me get a little spoon. And let's see if I can nestle these under a little bit. So we've got our meatballs on the bottom. We're going to try to kind of put these down as much into the liquid as we can. And then I'm going to sit this right on top. These don't matter. They can go on top too. All right. I also have to season the broth. But you know what? I'm going to do that afterwards though, because I want to see where I want to take it seasoning wise. All right. Now we're going to pressure cook. So let's see. We want to go to pressure. High is what we want. We will probably need, I'm going to go with 3 minutes. Oh gosh. But I'm going to pay attention to this because I think 3 minutes, depending on the time to pressure, may be a little too long. Those egg noodles cook fast, but they're on the top. They're not all submerged. So I'm just kind of walking through it in my head. I think I'll probably take it down to 2, but we'll see. All right, so George the dog is one of Louise and Jeff's dogs, also called George, who makes unexpected appearances from time to time. Yes, George the dog and George our friend.
Got the same cloth.
All right, now I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. Jeff, will you put some saran wrap on top of that bowl and get it into the fridge while I clean up? And then Jeff has his cookies made.
I just have to scoop them out.
I don't know why this is slipping. Like, it shouldn't be slipping like that, but it is. Okay, now for the trick here. I'm doing the best we can while we're live here. Now we're going to just turn this over so nobody can accuse me of cross-contamination. All right, there we go. Butter. I didn't put butter in. Butter will be good in the soup too. I didn't put butter in. Okay, so this could be a complete flop or it could be good. We don't know yet. But now I'm done. Okay. That's awesome, Spencer. Thank you so much. Well, thank you, Manon, and thank you, Jay. Thank you so much. All right. Something's taking place in the Swiss Alps. What is that? Can we go up? They made George in Canada, George Kemp. I believe they made George in Canada and sold into syndication, supposed to take place in the Swiss Alps. Okay, I don't know. I'm lost on that conversation. I'll have to go back and read that later. Yes, Jay. I think the Ninja Foodie pressure cooker and air crisper is the best kitchen appliance that's ever been put out, ever in the history of cooking appliances. It does exactly what it says it's going to do, and it does it well, and it does everything that it says it's going to do, and it does it well. It just, I don't know, I just love it. I'm very disappointed that they're not making them right now, and I hope it's temporary. I don't know though. So Johnson wants to know what my favorite food is. That's hard, but probably Thai. That's probably my favorite cuisine is Thai. What would you say, Jeff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
In fact, I think after last night's disaster with American food, that will be the last time we ever go out to eat American food. I'll make it. It's fine.
I'll pop these right on. Don't save the butter.
Yep, you can pop them right on. So yeah, Thai food definitely. I like Chinese too, and I make it quite often. But I don't know if but I don't know. You know, I don't do it like authentically. You want big ones like that? That's fine. Yeah, they'll be good. All right, just making the cookies. I'm so excited. The baking trays are great. I love the big ones. I use the 9x13 smaller quarter pans for some of the appliances, but then I use the bigger ones, the half pans, and I love them. I get them from Sam's Club mostly, and they're pretty inexpensive. All right, come on, let's go. We need to get
separation of these cookies.
that looks pretty well. I would do probably 3 and 2 on that. Those are pretty big. Yeah, I'd probably do 3. I mean, you sometimes can stagger like one in the middle, you know, but maybe 3 and 3. So probably 9.
We'll do. Okay.
Yeah. No, you only have to make 1 tray
Yeah.
or 2 trays because Nathan's here, maybe. Okay, Erin says, I can't remember where I saw it, but I think I saw a new version on QVC. No, that's not a QVC new version. There was one, I believe it was on QVC. It's not new. It's just a closeout sale. They were having a really good sale. I don't know if it's Home Shopping Network or QVC, but one of them. But there was also a fake picture going around of what looked like it would be a new model of a Ninja Foodie, but it was an AI generated fake. So, pretty sure there's a Ninja pizza oven underneath my tree right now. That we love that for making pizzas. That's not all we do in it though. And not because it can't be used for other things, but because that pizza stone, by the way, did you take the pizza stone out of the oven before you preheated the oven? Oh.
Where am I going to put it?
That is a big problem.
Put it outside.
No, it will. No, you got to put it right here for right now till we figure that out. That thing's going to be hot and it's got to cool. And if you put it on something cold, it will, right there. Just put it right there.
Don't touch it.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to touch it. So it's hot. So yeah, so you don't want to put these in. Anyway, that's my whole point of them reminded me that we made pizza inside on it the other night. So once you make your pizza on the outdoor oven, there's nothing you can do with this pan. So it's not like you can then go in and make something else. There's like nothing you can do. It's so hot. You can't really put it anywhere. I mean, if you have a cutting board, obviously you can get it out. But when you're going at 550 degrees, this is only 350. And I can feel the heat radiating off of it. And it's going to stay hot for at least an hour. That's what the stones are designed for. All right, we are about to come to pressure. I'm trying to think. That wasn't too long. I think okay. I'm going to go down to 2 minutes of pressure cook time with an immediate release. And this is why. If for some reason things aren't done, I can always simmer, right? I can always cook longer, but if I overcook the noodles, you're done. You can't. And why is my thing not coming up? Oh, I didn't have the lid on right. Well, that's not good. That would be another reason maybe that these things are not being That was strange, Jeff. I don't know if I just didn't have it all the way locked in place.
Was it steaming around the edges of it?
No, it wasn't steaming around the edges. It was just not. I could tell the pressure was built, but the pit didn't pop up. That's interesting. No, this is probably 5 years old now. You know, it's old, but still, that's a little weird. I've never had that happen before, so that was a little strange to me. Now it's locked in. Now I can't do anything. All right. Billy says, now I'm growing in the wrong direction now at this stage of life. Yeah, I know that. I know that feeling. Right. Oh my goodness. Johnson, my favorite food is simply tacos. Jeff loves tacos. Okay, George. George has a question. You can put that up on the screen, Nathan. Louise, anything I should be aware of when making an eggnog ice cream? Never made eggnog before, let alone ice cream. Wife had it at work's dinner, thought I'd surprise her. No booze version. Go to my website and look up eggnog. I've got 2 recipes. Eggnog will go into, I got one for the blender and one for the foodie. It's really, really good too. And the eggnog, if I remember correctly, should be fine. Now, do you have an ice cream maker or are you going to just freeze it? If you have an ice cream maker, you can just pour that chilled eggnog right into the ice cream maker. I've done that before. Jeff, didn't I make eggnog ice cream once?
Yes. It's good.
Yes. So yeah, so try that. Try that, definitely. Indian food. Oh, Laura, I love Indian food too. I really do. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, Vicky, I know, right? Did I even turn it? We're still preheating. Oh my gosh. Why did it not switch? We are under pressure. Why didn't it switch? My goodness. You're right, Vicky. My goodness, 0 minutes. We're under pressure now. I'm not sure why. It'll be interesting. I've had this. Didn't we have this happen one other time where it seemed to be stay on pre for a while? Oh, there we go. What is that? 0? What is that? 1? Let's do 1. Let's do 1 with a 1 minute natural release. We'll meet in the middle. Let's do that. I think it's going to be done though. And then I'm going to put in this whole thing, 8 ounces of cream cheese, and then, sour cream, and then I'll figure out what else to do. We're getting there. George, Jeff loves eggnog. He loves it. Absolutely loves it. You bought her the hot and cold blender? Is that what you bought, George? Okay, I'm just keeping track of my time here to make sure. Butter, Nancy. Yes, butter's right here. We're going to see what happens if I need it. We'll see. Might want to move that cutting board. I know, it's okay. All right, 1 minute natural release, and then I'll release this pressure. What time is it? We're getting into 8 o'clock. 8:05. Okay. Are the cookies in the oven, babe? I think they are. First tray in the oven. Okay, great. Okay. 30 seconds. It's always the thing. Now, of course, when the recipes are written, all this is done behind the scenes. So Jeff just made the cookies. Yay, yay.
See, swipe up and then hit the little mic.
Oh, okay. So you didn't buy the hot and cold blender. You bought a cheap ice cream maker. Okay, that's good. No problems. The Ninja Creamy is not cheap. And you know what? I don't use it. I can say that my friend Lauren makes great recipes in it. And she's from the Tasty Traveler. So if you have the Ninja Creamy, definitely check her out. She's got some really great recipes. When I've made them, they work exactly as they should. and they taste good. When I try to make recipes for it, they don't taste so good. So, but I can make regular ice cream all day long. But the Ninja Creamy is a little bit different. So, yeah. Excuse me, I'm sorry for coughing. I need to start coughing over this way. Away from the light instead of into the
Yeah.
light. I mean, how rude is that? Let me let this release, and then I'll tell you what kind of cookies it is. Man, and yeah, the hot and cold blender is loud. So is the Ninja Creamy. That thing's really loud. Smells good? Well, it's all about how it tastes, so that's the most important thing. And I didn't put a lot of seasonings in that broth, so this is kind of a weird soup. Let me see what it tastes like. I hope I didn't overcook my noodles. That would be terrible. Oh, what am I drinking? This is a spiced tea and bourbon. So like, it's a spiced tea mix with hot water and a little bit of bourbon. It's good. It's very good. I just gotta wait for this to release so I can open up the lid. So we wait. Do you have a cooling rack ready? It's the little thing. Get the one up there and the thing. It's better. Oh yeah, the cookie is a cowboy cookie. Cowboy cookies can mean different things to different people. I even think some people put coconut in theirs. My mom made them all the time. She made hers with walnuts and semi-sweet chocolate chips. But it has oatmeal in it. It's kind of like a combination of a oatmeal cookie with a chocolate chip cookie. And then you can add in whatever you want to it, right? But I leave mine just dark chocolate chips, oatmeal, and then, of course, a basic cookie dough. And I love them.
I'm going to move
Absolutely
that
love them.
over to that wooden thing over there.
Oh, good. Perfect. That'll work. It's not as hot now, but still I'm running on a cold counter.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, that's warm. Whoa. That absorbs some serious heat. All right. Yeah, I think we have some good comments here to roll up to.
Learning
I don't like
anything,
tea. I
Nathan?
only like coffee. This is a spiced tea, so it's more like, it's not like tea. I mean, it is, but it isn't like plain tea. It's got orange and lemon and cloves and different spices in it. It's pretty good. Okay, Vicki, yes, I have proofed and made bread in the Ninja Possible Cooker Pro. And I have to tell everybody that I've never been more wrong in my life for saying that it would not brown. So it did, it's not crusty brown. I made sandwich bread. So I made it in a loaf pan and I proofed it in the bottom, formed it, put it in my loaf pan, and then I baked it in the Ninja Possible Pro Cooker. And lo and behold, it was as beautiful as when I make it in the Ninja Combi. In fact, it might have been a little bit better because it didn't get crusty on top, which sandwich bread, we don't want crusty on top. We're not going for that French bread or Italian bread or anything like that. We don't want it like that. All right, there goes my pin. Now I can open this up and see what we've got here. All right. So my goal with the broccoli was to just have it break apart, but not totally fall apart. I do think that it is a little bit too done still. But, you know, it's kind of looking like Swedish meatballs, like not even soup, because it does need extra broth if we're going to make it into soup. So I'll put this whole 8 ounces. That is 8 ounces, right?
Do you have some more broth here? Do you need
I don't, because now I'm wondering, do I want to make broth or do I just want to make Swedish meatballs? Or do I want
Now
to make
you
soup?
kind of got meatballs by default, huh?
Let's go with for the soup though. Yeah, so get me some more beef
Did you
broth.
use that whole thing?
Yes.
Another one, huh?
Wow. The broccoli is a little still overcooked for what I would like. So that, I'm not sure what I would do about that unless I don't think I could do any shorter of a cooking time. This is looking really good though. So I'm not sure if I would actually, what I might do is put the broccoli in another container to kind of protect it. All right, so I'm putting about 2 more cups in. That's what I thought it was going to need. It's about a total of 6 cups. And that looks like a soup to me. And that looks like a really good soup to me. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now we're going to taste it. And I'm going to do this without Jeff. I'm going to do this myself because this is brand new. I've never made anything like this. I don't even think anything like this exists in the world. I don't know. Look up Swedish meatball soup. I've never heard of it. Oh, my eyes itching. All right, here we go. Okay, first thing. Let's see if the noodles are cooked right. Okay. The noodles are cooked perfectly, so I don't have any issues with that. The soup itself is so boring. The broth, like I said, I didn't develop the flavor in the broth. The meatballs are good. Wow. But the broth itself, it's going to need salt, pepper, and all the other seasonings. And I kind of expected that, but I didn't want to go overboard because I've already used quite a bit of salt in here. But it has no flavor, none. It tastes like watered down sour cream, right? So not good, not good. All right, so we're gonna put in 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of pepper. And then we're gonna get into all the other stuff. Oh!
I think these would go another minute or so.
I just put 2 teaspoons of salt.
We're trouble that.
Whoops.
Would you go longer on these cookies?
Because that is not the size that I usually make. But it doesn't even seem like your oven is hot enough. Oh boy, guys, what am I gonna do now? Oh boy.
You put 2 teaspoons?
I did. I'm gonna finish seasoning it and then see what we can do. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. I'm gonna put another one of these in. No. I know. Well, I can put in more beef broth. All right. We're gonna get this seasoned up though. Oh boy. What a mess, huh? That was a big no. Uh-oh. All right, so now we're gonna put in some cloves. I know these are some weird ingredients for a soup, but that's what we're gonna do. I have not put any ginger in. I'm gonna reserve that. I'm gonna put in some allspice. I don't know if I want ginger in there or not. And we're gonna put in some nutmeg. And then, you know what I'm gonna do instead of beef broth? I could put in more beef broth. I did put in more beef broth, but I'm wondering if I put in a little bit of cream. But let's mix these in and we'll try it again. I can always dilute it more because this is not as soupy as soup could be. Let's see. It looks good. What a fun recipe though. The broccoli totally broke up. So it's not even like noticeable, really.
It's flavor and a little color, right?
But it's a little color. Okay, let's see. Believe it or not, that's not too salty. Maybe a little bit on the back end. All right. Okay.
I think these might be ready.
I could put in my sour cream powder. but nobody's gonna have sour cream powder except for me.
What do you think? Keep
I
going?
think I think they look good. They look great. Wow, they're perfect.
I'm gonna put
Don't
another,
forget butter.
the next
Kathy. Yes, don't forget butter.
butter
Let's
fixes
do that.
everything.
Let's put in that. I think that is something it's missing, honestly. I think the butter is gonna be more important than the cream. That was 4 tablespoons of butter. Not exactly low cal. And then I'm gonna put in about a half of a cup of cream.
Butter and cream.
Yeah. And then we'll just let this stir. Let that butter melt. We have Swedish meatball soup. Very interesting. Now, I could cut it with a little bit of mustard. If I want. Oh, hold on that for now. All right. I know this is the old one. It is good because I'm eating it. That is good. Excuse me, Jeff made perfect cookies. I mean, perfect cookies. Wow. Those are beautiful. My recipe works. Yay!
I don't know how you make something this beautiful without sugar. That wouldn't be perfect, would it?
That wouldn't be perfect at all. They wouldn't look like that without sugar either.
No.
All right, I think the butter has mostly all right. So let's see. I'm just gonna taste the broth. I know everything else is good. Let's see. All right, here goes nothing. Ready? 2 thumbs up. That is good. It might be a touch salty.
All right, we need to get Nathan's opinion.
Okay.
You want a little bowl and a spoon?
Yep.
He's a grown boy. He's a big bowl.
Big bowl.
This is just a taste. This isn't dinner.
All right. Now, look, this is not exactly like what a 17-year-old would probably usually like as far as flavors go. So it is fine for you not to like it. It is fine for you to give your honest opinion. It is fine for you to go in the back and spit it out.
You're not going to hurt anybody's
You're not going to hurt anybody's feelings because it is an interesting flavor profile.
Such like, I would never like that, but that's just so good.
You
That's
would
so weird.
You would
I
never
never like that with like anything else.
really.
That's actually really good. I never thought I liked that.
Yeah, it's kind of
different. It's different.
It's very different. It's very different. But I think it worked. All right, Jeff, ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it worked. So I think we have Swedish meatball soup. I have to look that up and see if that's a thing.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
It is very different. And there you go.
I'll be able to compare it to your Swedish meatballs.
That you don't remember that I have?
Well, I know we used to make them all the time back in Maryland. Yeah, that's good.
You actually made the Swedish meatballs at the assisted living, and I tried to replicate what you did, and I never could. And then I just went and did my own thing and ended up with a recipe. So what do you think, honestly?
I think it's delicious. It tastes just like Swedish meatballs.
Mm-hmm.
The only difference from your Swedish meatballs and mine, I think I used to use some sort of wine,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't need that. That's a hit.
Well, does it need that acid?
I don't know.
I don't have wine, but I have a little bit of white wine vinegar. You want to grab that? We'll put that in here. Because it might need that acid to kind of balance everything out. So, yeah. Well, the big thing will be see how much is left in the bowl. If he took 1 spoonful, he was just blowing smoke. You know what I mean? Kids are nice. Sometimes, right? But it doesn't matter to me. These are not flavors that I would expect most kids to like, really, you know. All right, so a little, a touch. And not in the whole thing, like just a touch. A drop. 3 drops in mine. One drop in his. Okay, do you think, yes. So somebody said, and I can't say the first name, Saldrin Chef, when in doubt, add an acid. That's right, if you need a little more balance. It's rich, so.
That did it.
That did it?
Yep. I think maybe a
That did it.
teaspoon in the whole deal.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is good. Maybe a tablespoon in the whole deal, but let's go with a teaspoon first because you can add more. You can't take it out. Yep, just a little bit of white wine vinegar. Wow, this is really good and fun and totally different from what Jeff thought he was getting for dinner.
Tastes the same as what I was going to get. It's just a different presentation of the same thing.
And it would be easier. Like if the recipe, obviously I just spend some time tweaking it, but okay. That's a done deal. That's good.
You're not done.
Now how are our cookies? All right.
I want to get it in the salt and everything.
These are perfection. Where do you want me to go? You want me to go down here, Nathan, or where do you want me to?
There you go.
Yeah, these are perfection, absolute perfection. So you nailed it.
Even the bottom looks good.
Yep. Now, the idea with the cowboy cookie is they should be crisp on the outside and chewy on the inside. Oh my goodness. George, these are made of dark chocolate chips, brown sugar, white sugar, Crisco, butter. What else?
Vanilla.
Vanilla, flour.
It's
And
right
oats.
off of the Salt and Peppers website.
Yep, right off my website. Did you remember to put salt in?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I make them with dark chocolate, but I think, does it call for dark chocolate or does it call for?
It calls for dark chocolate.
Okay. If you like a sweeter cookie, you would want to use semi-sweet chocolate instead of the dark chocolate because it's not a hugely sweet cookie. All right, the short ribs are done. That's great. Please post the recipe for the cookies. It's already on my website. It's been on there for years and years and years. They're called Cowboy Cookies. So go to thesaltedpepper.com and you can grab it. Okay, that's it. That's a wrap. Let me see your bowl, Nathan.
Oh, I think you ate my bowl.
Oh! Well, I liked it. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I thought he took it over there with him. And I thought, I was like, oh, I get that, all that soup. Okay. So funny. All right. Well, I think that's done. We're done?
Yep.
Everything's done?
We're all done.
We can say goodnight to everybody now. All right. Really good soup recipe. I'm really happy with it. And Nathan did a great job, so let's give him a round of applause and give some thumbs up there for Nathan because he did a fantastic job. And remember, I will not be live next Tuesday because it is Christmas Eve and that was our Q&A, but we will be live for New Year's Eve on the 31st, which is the following Tuesday. And we'll do another little Tasty Tuesday, and then we'll just hang out for a while and wish everybody a Happy New Year. Love you guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.